Becky and Chad and the Bugs in the Basement is a wild, weird, kinky ride from author Millie M. The story follows the titular Becky and Chad, a surprisingly open couple with an extremely robust sex drive, as they move into a new house located adjacent to a mountain with a potentially fantastical history. Soon after moving in, they notice a large crack in the basement through which immense insects emerge. Luckily, these bugs seem more interested in fulfilling the pair's sexual desires than chewing on the molding. I'll just say that I did receive this one for free as an ARC. From there, Millie proceeds to take us through the sexual exploits of Chad and Becky as they meet more and more large, creepy crawlies including ants, beetles, flies, worms, spiders, moths, and a massive millipede with an oral fixation. This is definitely erotica, and explores many kinks throughout its 190 pages, and although insects are not my thing in the least, I thought most of the scenes in this book were pretty hot, if a little repetitive at times. Though there isn't really a ton of straight horror content here, I think that this one would appeal to fans of horror and its fringes. The overall tone, aside from being sex-positive, funny, and surprisingly sweet, is sort of dark and a little ominous. The fact that we know generally what's coming but never exactly what's going to happen next or how far it's going to go makes for a great parallel to some of the themes of the book, like trust and how a large part of sex can involve giving a part of yourself over to someone to do with as they wish. You feel things will go well and you'll both be safe and satisfied, but the slight uncertainty of it can sometimes be exciting. That's the kind of tone I got with this book. Though I can appreciate the drive here to include as much content and as many specific scenes as possible, I do think the book could have been trimmed a little bit and maybe given a tad more narrative meat for intrigue. It's smut, and I get that, but it's also a nice character study. It toes the line of getting a little more plot heavy, but always seems to ease back in favor of a focus on weirdness and hot sex. Though things are added to each tryst to differentiate them, some of the overall action and writing could have maybe used a little variety. A lot of descriptions like people whimpering or crying out of desire started to feel a tad redundant to me as I went on. This one is definitely not for everyone. It's about as sexually explicit as you can get, and most folks I know don't think of insects in an even remotely sexual way. There are also some themes here of incest and kind of various kinks that might not be for the faint of heart, but if you're a spooky pervert with an open mind, I'd say give this one a read. Crack that basement door open and let those bugs have their way with you. Becky and Chad and the Bugs in the Basement is live on Amazon in Kindle format on December 1st, 2023, and is available for pre-order right now. You can check out author Millie M on Smashwords at smashwords.com/profile/view/Millie Menagerie. Yeah, check this one out if you're into spicy, spooky, kind of weird stuff, and you're not too turned off by bugs. You might surprise yourself. What do you think, Winston? Did you get the creepy crawlies from Becky and Chad and the Bugs in the Basement by Millie M?
I rate Becky and Chad and the Bugs in the Basement 3 horny millipedes.